Hello, you are listening to the Sask Wedding Podcast. If you're a bride-to-be or just love weddings, we created this show just for you. I'm your host, Matt Ramage. I'm the owner of MJ&Co Stories, a photography and film company based here in Saskatoon. On today's episode, we have Myles Biblow and Andrew Kinakin. Both Myles and Andrew own their own wedding DJ service companies here in Saskatoon. They both have an amazing reputation here in Saskatoon and are known for their incredible lighting setups. That's why I really appreciate them. And especially the disco balls. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. I wanted you on the show today to talk about what couples should know about having a DJ. So, wedding vibes, why would they hire you? Is it just the dance? Is it like the live, the ceremony, all those kind of things? And you guys have a lot of experience. By the way, Myles, I know your business name is MylesAway Entertainment. Andrew Kinakin, tell me your business name here.
Kinakin Entertainment.
Kinakin, okay.
Well, it's entertainment.
I probably should have clarified that before we hit rolling. And you do more than just DJing, but we're going to talk about DJing today. We can go into other stuff later. But yeah, I wanted you to talk about sort of like what a bride or couple should know about having your services on their day. So maybe start with what are you known for? Myles, you want to start?
Yeah, I think we're both known for our lighting and keeping the dance floor going. I've spent a lot of years perfecting the whole setup that we have, the package we have. It's just one package to make it as easy as possible for our clients, and so that everything's as best as it can be.
And you have a really big disco ball.
Yeah, we have a 40-inch and a 20-inch disco ball.
Now, what impresses me is the crate just for the disco ball. Looks like a deep freeze.
Yeah, it's big. It costs more than the ball itself, but I mean, you got to have it or it breaks. So, yeah.
How big this thing is? It wouldn't fit through a normal doorway.
No.
So for people, it's
Yeah.
to put in perspective.
Only
it's
certain venues.
only certain venues can have it. Even it's ginormous.
What's the standard door? 36 inches? And that's a commercial size
32
door?
to 36. Yeah.
And so
the case is 45.
So you need double doors for sure.
Yeah, without a support in the middle.
So what venues
garage doors or anything with double doors that don't have a beam in the middle would be fine.
Then you're fine.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And sometimes at Ramai, we have to put it in the
it's called Ramey.
Ramey, sorry.
Do Ramey. That's how they taught me to
Ramey.
Do Ramey.
It doesn't fit through, so they have a freight elevator. It fits in there, but once you get onto the floor, it doesn't fit through the door outside of the freight elevator. So then we have to take it through the lobby into the regular people elevators, but it has to be out of the case so that it fits in the elevators, and it's by half a centimeter.
So you're just trying to carry it, and it's glass.
We roll it at that point. Yeah, we put it on a little dolly and roll it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a lot safer.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to carry it that far.
How heavy is this thing?
It's actually not that bad. It's only 90 pounds without the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
But people
it's
are
just big and awkward.
People when they see it are just again pulling it through the lobby,
and they always want to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is glass pieces are the that's
yeah, it's glass. Yeah.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. Andrew, what do people know you for?
Again, like Myles said, the idea of our setup is very well known. When people show up to a wedding that one of us does, people recognize it really, really fast. Just a lot of trussing and moving lights and the mirror ball and everything like that. And the big thing is trying to keep the dance floor going the whole night. It's a party. So when people hire us for their wedding, especially in the dance portion, they want that party. They want that fun atmosphere, the cool lighting, the fog machines, the haze. It's a full thing we create. We can transform an entire venue with what we have, which is pretty unique.
Now, as a photographer, that is so the lighting.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
We do get that a lot. Yeah.
Cause some of the venues that people choose are we're Saskatchewan. So we have these venues that are they're going for 300 to 400 guests, Yeah. And so maybe it's a hockey rink in their local town, and then you add your disco balls, and then
you kind of forget about the surroundings because the haze and the lights and everything kind of focuses everything on the bride and groom dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even just during speeches and stuff, having lights on the head table and the podium help a lot too.
Yeah. For our videos and photographs, it's nice to not, even at a nice venue, it's still nice to have actual lighting.
Sometimes the lights flicker and then you guys have issues with video too.
Yes.
So our lights don't.
The cool thing, the cool thing too is other vendors notice what we bring too, which is really unique. The photographers, the videographers and stuff like that. They can see what we bring and it helps them out too. It makes their job a little bit easier, which is nice. And I think the clients as well realize the difference we can make and add to it. Like it's the little things like extra spotlighting again for speeches or the head table or just ambient lighting on the roof and stuff around or having their colors they want for their wedding or like anything like that. Good quality microphones, like the stuff you don't think about a lot that goes a long way. Like an outdoor ceremony too, like having good quality speakers.
Let's talk about outdoor ceremonies. Like, you know, you're not just there for the dance. Like I've been to weddings in a park. I mean, especially with COVID, like Andrew's done one of them. I remember for sure, a very hot day. But like I've had it in a park where it's small and they think they don't even need a mic.
Yeah.
I was in the front row.
You need a mic.
And I couldn't even hear the couple.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they're facing each other. They're not facing the audience.
Yeah.
So it's soft spoken.
Yeah. So can you help with that kind of thing too? Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. We both have generators. If it's in the park, if there's no power, we'll put it far enough away that you hopefully don't hear it.
Also quiet ones now too. So it's really silent. Because like you said, they go in Saskatchewan too. Not everything's in Saskatoon, or it's a place that there's not much power. So you go on a farm or something like that. We can bring power to that and supply it. And like you said, outside, like there's wind, there's other factors. And people are, some people are more hard of hearing or they're further away or whatever it is. But this way, like everyone can hear the ceremony, not just watching something happen when the wind's gusting. And it makes a big difference. Like you don't think about before it, but after a ceremony, like, I really should have hired someone to help me with this, or it's some stuff you don't think about that can be really beneficial. That's why it's nice with our packages. It's one-stop shop for every audio and lighting need.
So you just include the ceremony, no charge?
Depends.
Tell me.
We have a few preferred vendors that we can include the ceremony if it's on site. If it's somewhere else, not at the reception venue, then there's additional charge.
So if I get married at the barn at Wind's Edge, let's say, and then my reception and ceremony are both there.
Yeah.
Like outdoor ceremony and then indoor reception.
Yeah.
That would be
all
included.
Especially if it's back to back, like say your ceremony rolls into your reception.
Yeah.
If you want like a 10 a.m. ceremony.
No one should do that.
But like if you want something and there's like a large span in between, there's labor costs and things like that go into it. And if it's outside, extra setup and stuff. But certain venues have it set up where we can just plug in and play essentially too a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. So there are really, again, preferred vendors and stuff we work with a lot that are just amazing people to work with and makes our jobs easier, like we said. Yeah. And we all help each other out as wedding vendors, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. I know for our wedding films, like doesn't matter if it's outside. I mean, you did Sydney, actually this portrait behind me, Sydney and Smith, that was the one you did and it was super hot. We did a film for them. And so we hooked our audio up to your mic, which was really nice. I think we still hit a mic on the groom.
Yeah.
That's backup though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes the JP doesn't remember to move the mic to the couple either.
Yeah. But like the way these mics sound, like, actually their day I think might have been windy.
It was windy. Yeah.
And like you can't tell.
No.
And then you can hear everybody, you can hear the vows.
It's stuff like that too. Like on our end, we can hear it. Like we're not too far away. So for that, you take your low end down. So like all the extra wind gusts, it's just minor things that people wouldn't typically do, but it makes it sound that much better. Like stuff you don't even think about, but can go a long way when you've done it over and over again. Like having backups of everything too, like you mentioned. It's the little things that really kind of put people above. So
couples can just come. They don't have to have their friend go to Long and McQuaid and rent a speaker
and try and battery powered
wireless speaker. They're trying to pair a phone because they're gonna play their music songs from a phone over Bluetooth, and then it like unpairs. And I've seen it.
Or someone calls them.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen all of this.
Heard some horror stories in the past. Again, it can work for sure.
Yeah.
But again, the stress-free aspect is so nice. On a special day like your wedding,
you got enough to worry about.
You want it to make it stress-free as possible, and I think we offer that. And couples are at ease knowing we're there for them. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, in your opinions, you're going to be biased, and I totally expect you to be. I'm biased. People should hire, a good photographer. Not their uncle or something, unless their uncle's good. But what's the best reason to hire, in your opinions, hire a good DJ?
Oh, there's so many. Like your first dance, for example, a lot of lower end DJs will just have like a little laser projector and one of those jellyfish lights, and then you get a bunch of green, blue, and red dots on your first dance photos. Not really great. And then music selection, sound quality. There's a lot.
Yeah, I think with having a professional wedding DJ goes a long way. Like I said, the lighting's the one thing. Like being able to be seen And audio quality, like you mentioned as well, like it actually sounds really good. And you actually have like the bass and like, cause we bring a lot of audio stuff too. It's not just lighting. It's making everything sound good from speeches all the way to the dance. And I think that's really important as well. Like for lightings, again, it's very well known. Like for the last 10 years, you think about MylesAway Entertainment, you think mirror ball and like that epic shot of the first dance. And it's just like, it's people hang it up in their rooms. They hang it up in their, like it's, and they remember that. And that's what people like.
And
it's
the
iconic.
party that follows
It's
too.
iconic.
Like,
And the part, yeah.
That's what people remember is the awesome time they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing too with like a lot of weddings, people remember the dance. Or they remember, did they stay till 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
Did they leave earlier? Like not all weddings have to be a party, but the people who want a party, it's a big part of their celebration they want to do. That's what we can bring.
And that might be the only time that year that they were able to get out and let loose because they have kids or whatever. But
It's a big thing for couples to leave their children at home and be a guest somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's worth being a guest and they're having fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I had another question here, which I like. We'll go over that later. But now I want to talk about music. Songs I listen to and love while I drive compared to songs that make for a good dance. I've been at a few dances with you, Myles. And for some reason, when I ask you to play Feelings by Maroon 5, you do it, and the dance floor empties. And so I've stopped asking you to do it now. Do you play whatever people want? Or, like, what should people know about music?
So if the bride and groom, we have a must play and a do not play list. If they have a must play on there, we have to play it. If they come up and request a song, of course, we'll play it. But a lot of times
most popular do not play songs.
Oh, for sure, the chicken dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
YMCA.
Yeah.
Macarena.
Yeah.
Cha-Cha Slide.
Yeah.
Patio Lanterns.
No, that's actually, I've had that on the must play a few times.
Yeah,
believe it or not. Yeah.
What's another? Yeah, all those ones or do not plays a
Yeah.
lot of the time.
Yeah.
People just don't want to hear they want like a unique, more unique wedding, I guess, like different music. So like, or because every couple's different, like music they like is different. So again, having that play and do not play list, we can kind of facilitate the kind of group it's going to be too. Like having a live DJ is really cool because you play off the people in the audience. Like that's why it's not
Play a song, you see how they
playlist.
react.
Like,
And,
before every wedding, we don't have a set list of songs we're playing.
Yeah.
Like, it completely changes for who's ever there. And that's what's really unique. And for song requests, what's really cool are custom DJ booths or like TVs. So you can text a song request as well throughout the night too. So it makes it really easy to request songs like live as the party's going, and we can kind of sift through what would work, what might not work. And some songs just people request we know don't work a lot of the time.
They're great
So
to listen to in the car while you're sitting in traffic and maybe singing along. But at a dance, you can't move to them in the same.
So do you kind of ever, like, I'm sure you get a request here and there for the odd song.
Yeah.
It's not on the do not play list, but it's going to empty the dance floor.
Yeah.
It doesn't get played sometimes.
Yeah.
People are okay with that?
Usually people are fairly understanding of that as well.
Yeah.
If the bride asks, so
Then
you do whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's their wedding.
Yeah.
Yep. If they come up, like we talked to the couple, like anytime throughout the evening, the groom come up or whoever the couple is, they can come up and request a song. We'll play it immediately if that's what they want to hear. It's their party.
Yeah.
They want to listen to and dance to it.
And sometimes like the wedding party will have a song that you've never played at a wedding dance before, and they just go wild for it.
The coolest experience you can have at a wedding is a song. Again, you typically wouldn't play at a wedding.
Yeah.
It's like a random song,
Yeah.
and you play it, and they just go crazy because maybe their sports team liked it, or like there's like at their bachelorette party they played it, or like there's songs you wouldn't, and you play it and it hits, and it's just really cool. You're like, you're like, okay, that one worked, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what do? You do the do not playlist, the must playlist. You get the vibes just from that alone.
Yeah.
And
we take requests as the dance is going to.
Does that typically, that makes it easy, and you have access to almost every song ever, like.
Yep.
Now you're not just playing off a Spotify playlist, are you?
We can't just play off of Spotify actually.
Like legally you can't?
I don't know.
It's a software thing.
It's a software thing, yeah. Like our DJ software can't pull songs from Spotify.
Like it needs the actual file.
Yeah.
Like you're not streaming.
Right.
And we can manipulate it better too, like the actual song file. Like as people might not be
mixing.
familiar with DJing, like we don't play like 3.5 minute song. We won't play typically the full song. Mixing it back and forth. Or someone requests a song, and maybe it's a slower song. We kind of plan it out. Like, hey, we're not going to play it now, but we'll play, in a little bit, in like 10 minutes or so after.
You work it in.
Weddings are up and down, right?
So is there this rhythm? You're kind of like, you're riding up and down, and you know, people only have so much energy to
That's
dance
right.
actually hard.
And they got to go get a drink.
Got to get a drink, go to the washroom,
Yeah.
take their shoes off, whatever.
Yeah. Or the groomsmen with their shirts. Pretty common.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So when it comes to what you offer, what's the first thing couples should know? I mean, besides like, you know, like if this is their first time going to a wedding and they haven't had anyone in their family or friends who had a wedding with you, maybe they've even been to a wedding, but it just hasn't had like a DJ quite like you guys. What should they know?
I would maybe take a look if you're shopping around for different companies. I'd take a look at what they have for photos and video available. Video is a good telltale sign. I mean, it's live footage from an event. It tells you exactly what you're going to get yourself into. And obviously reviews, but everybody has reviews. So
I think
what? Go ahead.
I think the biggest thing we would talk about is like, hey, everything's like the inclusive part of it. Because people, when they look through their wedding DJ, because everyone's on a budget for a wedding, well, they got to pick like what's their top priority for what they want in their wedding, and then what's on the lower end. So for the DJ, where does that rank on your like scale of how we want to spend your money? And then for that, a lot of the time, like, okay, well, I want this, but I want like lights, or I want up lights, or we have a projector, but I don't know if I can pay for the extra projector or extra microphone for my second MC, and like all these things where it's like, hey, you get us, it's all done, it's all taken care of. Like, you don't got to worry about, they don't like pick and choose.
The slideshow's a big one, because how many times have you been at a wedding and you've seen somebody messing around with PowerPoint and trying to get it to play on the projector, but the desktop's on the projector and they can't get it separated.
The audio can't go through the
Audio's
speakers.
not working.
And the audio's full blast, and then they're unplugging live.
The sound,
that happened at our last wedding.
See, like, again, that stuff happens, and it doesn't happen every wedding, obviously, but a lot of people don't want to risk it because, like I said, it's the one day. But I think that's a big part too, is just letting them know we take care of them, and we're ready to chat anytime or call, text, whatever, and we reach out. Like, we're not just a company, we're people, and we want to like make their experience very, very special and unique. And the best thing, referrals for us, is people at the weddings. That's who.
We don't do a lot of advertising.
That's
it's mostly word of mouth.
Book us again, because they experienced it. And like, we want to do that again. We love that. We want that for our wedding. Then they'll book, you know, for their next year, the year after, like years in advance sometimes. And that's the biggest compliment for us, I think. Yeah.
So what I'm getting from all this, you get the gear, you get the light show, and it's a little bit better than a Spotify playlist with a 3-second crossfade, right?
Yeah. Just a bit.
Like, it's marginally.
Yeah.
Because like having a live DJ is, I think, really, really unique. And it's like we talked about it earlier, even like it's every wedding's different. Yeah. Every wedding's different. So having a set playlist a lot of the time just might not work for that group of people.
Yeah.
Again, like the ebb and flow thing has to happen. And if you want to request stuff, and every wedding's different.
One of my favorite things with requests is when you're mixing a song and you're playing a little bit of the next song in the song that's currently playing, and then somebody comes up and requests that song because they don't realize that they heard it, but they want to hear it. And then you show them that it's up next, and they're like, what? Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I had this one wedding. This is last summer. They did their ceremony, you know, had the Bluetooth speaker that came for free with the venue. And I'm sure the Bluetooth speaker was like $1,000. Like, it was a big thing.
Probably not.
No, you don't think so? No, it looked like it'd be expensive.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. What happened though is like they had this song that was like their song they were supposed to walk out to.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you get the Bluetooth pairing. As there's like, they just said their vows. It was probably the most beautiful ceremony of the year. And then we had I ended up helping them pair this phone, because I'm kind of like, you know, photographers are a little techier than your average person. Yeah. So I'm sitting at the back, we're filming it, and Chris and Crystal were with me at that wedding, and you know, we finally got it working, and then, you know, 3 minutes later, probably, to get this phone going, and then finally it played.
Oh man.
You know, so it did kind of, obviously the wedding's still beautiful, and you know, I'm sure the couple doesn't look back on it, but we edited it. We edited their final ceremony film to not have that part, so then they would remember it at least kind of like as intended. But I remember that kind of being a funny moment. So and I mean, even levels and all those things, like, you know, how many weddings have I gone to where a MC goes up to the mic, the music gets turned down, the MC leaves the mic, and the music gets left off. And it's like wedding dinners without music is like almost eerie. It's like it's like people don't know it, but they're waiting around for like the thing.
Even when you're just shopping in a store and there's no music, it's like something's weird in here. You don't.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Terrorists are coming or something.
Something's up.
My last event, even like they're like, there's gonna be music for like cocktail hour and stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, like it's played throughout, like it's like background noise, like good, because we were at an event last time, like there's no sound, it was so awkward.
Weird.
I was like, just like, you don't something you think about sometimes, but it's weird if it's not there, just some ambient noise, and but like you said with the levels with mics, even if you have a single mic for like a JP or something like that, and they're just passing the one back and forth. One person might be a lot quieter or louder than the other. So the person
you're quieter.
As a
DJ,
DJ,
you're like way far away.
as the DJ, you can. Like,
I'm riding the volume right here.
You can adjust, I mean, you can work for it. And you can adjust the levels as they actually talk. So it's kind of cool too. Like the live DJ part helps a lot.
Yeah. And then the lighting you mentioned, it's not just the disco ball, but it's like the other lights. You do offer light uplighting and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's included as well.
Oh, it's just included. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I find like all those little things, as far as vibe goes, like, and I know what you're saying, like the kit. I don't know where you buy it, from Costco or something. It's like a light stand with like a rack of 4 lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gig bar.
The gig bar. Yeah.
The gig bar. Yeah.
Or is it, yeah. Maybe some people have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they're really rich.
Yeah, maybe.
But I find like when you go from that, like I don't even. It feels like it doesn't really add much, and then you go from that. Like it's not nothing. It's definitely
it's better than nothing for sure.
Yeah,
and maybe they're starting out, or that's just what they have with them. Because like lighting equipment, it's expensive. Yeah. It's really expensive stuff. Like
it's a big investment.
As any, with cameras or anything else, like it's an investment, and the longer you've been into it, the more you can invest in your company and yourself. Yeah. But a lot of the time too, at those weddings, like I've talked to videographer friends, like they had to bring their own lights for the first dance to light up the dance floor because there's not enough lighting on the dance floor, and they want it to look good.
Or it's like,
so it's
spot, like they're not spotlights. That's what, like Myles has like a spotlight on the dance floor. Yeah. Another thing I actually really like is just like, as far as the intimacy goes, it's nothing to do with photography, but like, some venues have really large dance floors, and I find actually like dance floors that are too big, they don't feel full, even if it is a lot of people.
Yeah. That's like actually on the 6th page of the booking agreement. There's like some recommendations for planning out the night, and that is one of them.
Yeah, like Manhattan.
You can always move a table, but having a huge dance floor is not good.
Yeah, Manhattan Ballroom is
huge,
so big, and I've done a couple weddings with you there.
Yeah,
and center too. Like it's just like, and it's not near the bar. Yeah, so it's just like. Yeah. Every kind of thing you don't want in a dance floor. But we always make it work.
Make it work, yeah.
But it is a recommended thing, like, have our DJ booth and stuff close to the dance floor. Have the bar typically closer. Some venues don't allow for it, but if you can make these changes and with your floor plan, we work with them too, with the floor plan and, all the dimensions we need and height and power and everything. So,
yeah, I think it just really makes for a great experience. I know you guys like to turn it up to 11. The sound.
Maybe.
That's you definitely have a reputation for that. And I know after 10, what's the rule after 10 p.m. then? It goes full blast or something?
Like not 10:30, 11, we'll turn it up, yeah.
Then it's just like
the vibe changes a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends the venue though.
So it's really
we get like noise complaints.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. Like you have way more power than you need, right?
Yeah.
Like are you even at half power?
Well, it depends on the venue. Sometimes we do get to pretty much full output, but
but you get definitely like hotels and stuff. The noise complaints come in, like the New Year's Eve wedding I just did, 10 p.m. the first noise complaint happened, and they had most of the hotel rented out, but it was still like we're on the top floor. The second floor complained.
This is Sheraton, I'm assuming. Or?
No, this is the new hotel across from the university.
Yeah.
They have
Holiday Inn, the Holiday Inn Express there.
Suites or something.
Yeah, Holiday Inn Suites there. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know. I haven't photographed there yet.
Yeah, so it was my first wedding there too. But
it's kind of cool. The venue's right on the top floor with windows looking over the Huskies field.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
But like just with hotels, you got to be conscious of other people too. Like Sheraton, the Besbro, all that kind of stuff. Because there's other people there in the hotel that may have to sleep or whatever else. So you got to be conscious. But it's tough because you're having a service for the couple and they paid you to have a party.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get noise complaints and you feel
it's a delicate balance.
Yeah. But then some venues you can just go full out and it's pretty fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So people know they want you. Actually, for the bride or couple or grooms, doesn't matter. For the people who don't know even what they want, what would their first step be?
I don't know. Check out our social media, I guess.
Like I said, promo videos are big. Like video can show a lot, and we've again the vast majority of weddings we've done and all the amazing other vendors we worked with. There's lots of videos and photos compiled up, and maybe they've already booked the photographer, videographer, or the venue even.
Yeah.
You can ask your venue or them, like, hey, have you heard of MylesAway?
A little closer.
Have you heard have you heard of MylesAway or Kinakin Entertainment before? Yeah. And the vendors can kind of recommend. Yeah, we worked with them in the past. They're awesome.
A lot of venues recommend us.
Yeah.
I think that goes to show a lot.
Yeah.
And then our blog, we don't usually show dance photos unless we show some, but we bring our own lighting, but it's people love that disco ball shot.
Oh yeah. Well, photographers are always excited when they see us there. They're happy because they know they're going to get good footage. And
well, I have a kind of interesting story. This was really unique. I can't remember it doesn't matter. I wouldn't say it anyway. I can't remember who was the DJ, but this couple wanted the disco light shot. And so they had a live band. So I think, I don't know exactly, I can't remember all the details, but they did have a disco ball. And then they kind of expected, just because they had it from the ceiling.
Yeah, there's more than just that.
Yeah, what makes the disco ball shot magic, and why,
it's a secret.
Can you tell our special insider listeners?
So some of the other companies in town have disco balls. Some of them know what they're doing with them, and some don't. You got to have a very direct light hitting the ball. If it's like a floodlight or even a spotlight, when it hits the mirror, it gets reflected back. So if there's a wide beam coming at the ball, there's going to be a wide beam coming off the ball. Where if there's a narrow beam of light coming to the ball, a narrow beam of light comes off, and that's when you get those beams of light coming off the disco ball that makes it look so magical.
Now, that's part one.
Yeah.
You can't photograph a beam of light. How do you make it so you see it?
Right. So we have haze. There's fog and there's haze. And there's a difference between the two. And then there's also differences in the fluid that you can use that make the particulate in the air react better with light. And also some of it smells bad. Like fog machines, the cheap fog machines, they smell really bad. And that's when you get people with asthma and stuff being like, I can't breathe in here.
It makes the air heavy. I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And the stuff we use is high quality. It doesn't smell. It doesn't bother people with asthma and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I find you don't need even a lot to make it photographic. But I had this one client and they wanted the disco ball shot, and I was just like,
now there's just spots all over your face.
Okay, I can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing I could do because they didn't have haze and they didn't have direct light out.
Oh, they didn't have direct light. Okay.
What's the? Yeah. We have other companies we reached out to too. They will sometimes send clients our way. Like, hey, they want this certain shot. They want this look.
Yeah.
You got to talk to MylesAway. You got to talk to Ant. You got to they do that look because we can try our best, but if they want that kind of shot, then it's because there's a lot of equipment involved and trusting rigging, and it's not just a stationary mirror ball. It's actually on a motor too, and how fast it rotates, and a lot of things that go into it that just make it look how people see it at the dance. So
now you guys you can make a bunch, the amount of lighting you're bringing and is adding to that ambiance, I guess. Do you have styles you kind of go for different parts of the night?
Absolutely.
You can go
That's
total
a
rave.
great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Hey, go ahead, Andrew.
Okay. Well, sorry. That's a really good question. So for our lighting setup, we have our own computer just for lighting. So we have we're typically running 2 laptops, one for music and one for lighting. And the lighting one, every song's different, has different BPM, has a different vibe, has a different feel. So some songs we're like, hey, this is certain colors we like to use it for that song, right? For example, September, we like to with lots of colors and stuff, fun, upbeat, right? And then later on the night, we got some crazy heavy, there's a big drop or something in the song. We have jet fog machines, we have strobe lights. We can strobe all the lights together, and it just depends the vibe. You can really change what it looks like, and that's what makes it really unique. So it's not just one setting or just doing one thing or one color
auto run
fading or it's auto to music. We typically have 2 people running it. So one person just running lighting, one person just running audio. So it's a very hands-on. Every song's different, every transition. And the person running the lights has to know the music too, to when to do the certain things and change the lights and change the movement. And we have tons of different presets we've done. And before every wedding too, when we show up, we actually have to adjust the light too, because every venue setup is different. And the lights are further differences apart. And
do you have to make perimeters or tell it this is center?
Yeah.
Or is it a 3D kind of visualization on the?
Not so much on the computer, but there's an X and Y graph that we move the lights to and program them to for each venue.
Mm-hmm. So then for the first dance,
you hit the
everything's
button
going around and
it's
exactly.
That's
cool.
Yeah. Well, there's no messing around.
The coolest part, my favorite thing is that for the first dance, we take everything as a blackout. Because
Yeah.
for our lighting, we can, every light in the room we can have off for the reception, and we can just light the whole room essentially.
Yeah.
So every light's off, like pitch black in there for the first dance. We announce the couple, and then the song starts playing. Like we fade up the song, and we turn the lights on the mirror ball, and you hear like audible gasps.
Yeah.
Like people gasp,
Yeah.
like, and everyone's phones are out. It's like it
Yeah.
creates like paparazzi, and everyone's photoing and videoing, and it's like it's such a cool feeling being like, look what we created.
And sometimes we get photographers asking, hey, like, can we see what it looks like beforehand so we can get our camera set up? Sorry.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
We let them know like, hey,
Yeah.
by the way, it's gonna
Yeah.
be like off-white light, like it's gonna be fine for your camera. It's gonna have enough light. Like, don't worry. Like, we give them a heads up because when it goes pitch black, I think every photographer, videographer just has a heart attack, being like, then we do it, and it's like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool, like gasp.
And like people see our promo videos, we sometimes run them on our booth during like intermission and stuff. And they see the videos, but people think videos are edited and they just look better, and they're not expecting to see that in person, and then they do. And
No, it's better in person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't see
it's
that.
big. It's
Yeah,
big.
you never in real life you don't see that.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
Or you go to Disney World, you know.
Yeah.
They got bigger budgets, but
Yeah.
It's just, it's just the people's reaction, and the couples even like, we had like Brian, like even for the first dance starts, they like, we want the mirror ball. That's what we want for our wedding. That's so the first thing they book is a DJ. And when it comes on, like the mirror ball lights up, they're like, they look at it and like they're so excited, and like it's just like cool, like that wonder look, and it just makes their day a lot of the time, and like it's really, really cool. Like people think, oh, you're just DJs, you're just doing music, but like it's an atmosphere we create.
It is, yeah.
And it's just like, it's a feeling, and it can change because your DJ's from 8 p.m. till 1 a.m. It's a big part of your wedding.
So back to these styles, your first dance is like the first, like you started out like more, like maybe even at maybe we could talk about this. Like if someone doesn't want the rave like dance, they still want, like the disco ball is like classical, beautiful.
Oh, big time, yeah.
You know, are you still a good fit for them? Do you kind of modify the
When
style?
I started doing it, nobody really used disco balls, and I just really liked them, so I got one, and
Now
now we're here. But I don't know.
I think because like we adjust it for every person. So they don't want the big rave thing, like
EDM and stuff.
Like even
if
if
they're not into
older music, or more like not a crazy light show, where sometimes people like they're more light sensitive or something like that. We'll talk with them about it, and
So you
maybe
just
are a good fit or not a good fit beforehand.
So you just have a dial that's like turn the pretty up, turn the EDM up, and then you have a big red button that says bass drop.
No, rage, and
Rage,
and like fog machines go
Yeah.
and everything. We should have one button for everything, but we kind of do. Like,
What's that song by Darude or something?
Sandstorm.
You ever play that at a real wedding?
Yeah. When Tyler's at a wedding, he loves to run the lights on that one.
Like 1 a.m. Is that the time for that song?
Yeah, after 1. Or sorry, after midnight. Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff we do try to wait until later. Again, depends the wedding, depends the demographic. But we kind of like do like some older music for like because their grandparents are there or parents, and we kind of everyone dancing. It's not just about having an absolute rager all the time, but it's about having the dance floor packed, and then a group will leave, and then we have a different kind of music for the other people, or maybe they have people joining for the dance later. So it's always very different, but we want everyone to dance. It's not just for 21-year-olds to party. It's for everybody to party. Like we're playing, they play Run Around Sue or something like that, and people love it.
That
like,
EDM stuff gets some of the older people out, and it's awesome to see it, like 3 generations dancing on the dance floor to this awesome song.
Their grandchild
Yeah.
pulling them up on the dance floor. And
Yeah.
Grandma's
out there just jiving.
Do you have any favorite stories of dances?
Oh,
doesn't have to be cringy.
No, of course.
In fact, never cringy. I'm sure you see you're there a lot later than I am. We usually leave after the first hour of dances.
Things get weird at like 11:30.
Yeah, that's when the shirts come off and stuff.
Yeah, that's when people's clothes come off. But
I've had one where the groom's underwear were stuck in the ceiling at the end of the night. I don't know how that happened, but it did happen. But like favorite things, I guess, would be when we get repeat clients. Not repeat clients, but their friends or their siblings have booked us, and they're just super pumped that we're there, and they're gonna have an awesome night again.
Like when they come up like cocktail hour, like, hey, you're at this wedding last summer I was at, loved it, like I can't wait to party.
Yeah,
and it's cool too because it sets up like they talk to their friends at their table and stuff, like, hey, this is good, like they're awesome, we're gonna have a great time. It gets people going already before the dance even starts. They're drinking, they're having a good time. So by the time the dance starts, people are ready to rock, they're ready to party, and like it's gonna be a good time. Because when people see all this lighting, it sets the mood. They know it's going to be a good party. It's going to be fun. If you want to party, it's, they see the lighting and it's a big shock factor every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Like without a doubt, they're like, this is legit. And
I'm sidetracking it for a second here.
Yeah.
Weddings at like venues that are like lots of windows and stuff. I know in the middle of June, the sun doesn't set till like
9:30, 10.
9:30, 10. Like it's still pretty bright even at
yeah.
9:30. What do you do then for like first dances? Is that really where your lights?
Honestly, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. Some people like to have their dances start really early because they want to get as much dancing in as possible. But people only have so much energy. And then if you're going straight from speeches into a dance, people don't. There's a lot of unfamiliar people there, so different tables don't know each other. It's good to have some time for people to grab a drink, socialize, get more comfortable in the room with the people that are around. So starting the dance later, over the years I've noticed a huge difference in dances that start at like 7:30, 8:30 versus ones that start 9:30, 10. It's the amount of people that stay, the amount of dancing they do is like drastically increased with later starting dances.
Mm-hmm.
And do you find like people appreciate that? Like the people who do, like, you know, some people just want to sit at their table.
I don't
and
think
chat
most
all
people
night.
think about it, but yeah, when the dances start early, the music is too loud for people to talk. A lot of venues.
I do see it clear out rooms like the second.
Oh yeah,
one.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People get their coats and leave.
I think we recognize too, just as like we obviously love music, we love loud music, we love lights. We understand it's a wedding. Like there's two families come together and they haven't seen people in so long. They haven't had a chance to really talk yet. They had the ceremony, maybe you just came here, you had dinner, you're only at your one table so far, maybe you mixed a little bit, but you want to see people and still chat and like enjoy that. And we understand that. So we'll have some still upbeat music during that time, maybe not as loud.
Yep. You just
And then
slowly build it from dinner to kind of a dance, and the dance starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gives them an opportunity to, like you said, everyone kind of socialize, talk, and then when they're ready to actually part. When they're ready to part.
I haven't been using this enough.
Yeah, I was
I was waiting for it.
So then when they're ready to go with the party, it's awesome. But back to your question about the light situation, in summer especially, would recommend, hey, a later start time for the first dance is recommended. So they make the lights that much better and that much, So we try to.
I mean, it still works. It still works.
Mm-hmm.
It still looks just as good, but
yeah. And they want maybe they want sunset photos at that time too, or whatever else. Like again, every wedding is different, and we collaborate with all the other vendors to see what time works best, and talk to the MCs too, and what their plan is, and itinerary, and
if they needed musical cues during their speeches, if they want to freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Actually, some people will rap during their speeches. Yeah. We've seen a lot of speeches in our day.
Yeah.
So have you ever emceed for people? Like I know once the dance starts,
actually.
typically I've seen you both doing.
Right.
You'll run the like bouquet and garter toss.
Yeah. But like introducing the head table and stuff, I don't know who they are. That's a bigger thing in the States. I've noticed a lot of people down there will actually hire professional MCs to do their wedding. But I've seen it maybe once here with a comedian that was hired.
Yeah, I've seen it, but never in Saskatchewan. Actually, it was always like. But I thought it was actually interesting. This was in DC, and the DJ did it, but he did the games for them and everything.
Right. Yeah.
He was so much better at it than most MCs. Like, the shoe game was way better because he brought you didn't even have to have shoes. He had signs for people, and then he like had the parents of the bride and the groom do the shoe game too, which was even like, I mean, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting, and like not everybody has like an outgoing friend who can like do that in a fun way for everybody. Or
I think it's a personal preference because I know a lot of MCs we talk to, they're really nervous beforehand.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing. Like I've MC'd weddings, like not DJing, like for friends and stuff. And it's a big thing to do. And it's
I've never really seen anybody bomb at it though.
No. Cause like it's different. Like some people just aren't like, they're not the comedian. They're just there to like get, here's our order of operations here for the wedding. Let's just get it going to get things through. But for a lot of people, they're really stressed or they don't want to be that person. Yeah. But for Saskatchewan, I don't really see any like full-time MC. Like I've had inquiries for me sometimes, but I'm already booked like DJing a wedding. I can't MC another one.
I have had people ask if we MC weddings, but then I'm like, I ask for clarity if they mean like, are we introducing everybody and going through all the speeches and stuff? And they say, oh, no, just like announcing the dances and that stuff, which is obviously, no problem. But as for MCing the whole thing, I don't think I want to tackle that. That's a different line of work. Yeah, in my opinion, I think that'd be like a comedian or something.
First dance onwards is what we typically do.
Just inappropriately putting that in there.
I love it. So I think like sometimes usually we'll introduce the first dance. Sometimes the MCs want to do it, but usually we're the ones from that onwards. The MCs can take a break, have their drinks, and we do like that bouquet, garter toss, all that stuff.
So it sounds like lunch. It sounds like you guys are experts.
Done it once or twice.
Yeah, a few times.
You know, if a couple came to you, just didn't know where to start, even with the MC, could you kind of would you take the time to guide them?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. We know. I mean, we've been doing it for a while. We know a lot of vendors. We know a lot of people.
You've been to a few weddings.
We've been to a few. Yeah. Yeah, we got lots of knowledge.
Would you say you know what makes a great reception? Like, can you tell when you go to a wedding? Can you even tell by the couple?
Yeah.
Of like what kind of night it's going to be?
Sometimes it surprises you for sure, but yeah, you can tell sometimes.
Or people say the photographer will show up and like, hey, like the party bus was crazy. Like they're half cut.
Yeah.
They're ready to party. I'm like, okay, it's like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, that's this is going to be a time. Hopefully they don't like completely crash.
Little white fun.
But like it's like, but it's yeah. But it's just different. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
Couple of fun questions. Favorite game during the reception? I got, my favorite joke is always like, okay,
the hand on top.
Jared, put your hand on top of Chelsea's hand. Remember this moment because it's the last time you'll have the upper hand.
It does get a laugh every time. Yeah.
There's got to be a sound.
Yeah,
effect
we needed a sound effect for
that. But you're right though, because people will like YouTube just jokes for speeches and like that all like these always come up time and time again. Like we can hear, and sometimes so many of them we hear.
Sometimes they're like pretty dirty, and
I love the dirty ones.
Oh man,
I love dirty jokes. They get
the room going,
and I love roasting people.
Yeah,
it's the best.
The roasts are great. Yeah.
So do you guys have like a blog post or something or a guide?
Andrew does a lot of social media. I don't.
Do you have something where you'd have like 10 best games that aren't like everybody else's for 2022?
I got YouTube videos for like songs and things like that, like top 10 songs, walking down the aisle, all that kind of stuff. But I'm looking to create more stuff, for games and things like that, for anything wedding wise that they can like help them with, and people whether it's a couple or not.
We should make a guide together.
Yeah,
5 great games for this year that you've never seen at your other friends' weddings.
Yeah,
I've honestly, I don't think I've seen anything other than the shoe game.
Shoe game is it? Yeah. The other one is with the photographer. They do like every single table.
One song.
They do like the one. Yeah, you pump the one song.
I actually kind of like that.
Table. That's like it's a game, but it's like
I love that one.
Well, often I find I have to put a loop on the song though.
Yeah, they're never long enough.
Yeah, it's never long enough. Yeah,
but it's cool because I get photos with all your guests. But that's like a game, I guess. But for shoe game is the number one for sure.
If this is your first time hearing of this game, I'll go over it. There's 2 ways to do it. The way I like it is just the couple goes together, and the game is to get a photo with every table before the timer runs out. And so before the song ends. And so the couple goes to every table. The tables get ready to do something, and then we take a photo.
The guests aren't just sitting at the table and the bride and groom are just walking around. The guests at the table are supposed to be doing something funny and. We've seen that one where couples get lifted on top of people's shoulders, or sit on the chairs and everyone lifts the chair. Yeah. Or they just stand behind. Their elderly grandparents aren't going to do that kind of thing. But that one I actually really like. The first time I saw that was only like 3 years ago. So.
Well, I like it because it's quick. Because some stuff can get drawn out. Like the wedding day is a long day for a lot of people, especially people in like the wedding party. They've been up so early. Like it can really draw a lot of things out. Yeah. Like say you do the shoe game for 15 minutes. Like that's kind of overplayed, I think. Like do a couple quick hitters.
Who's the better driver?
Well, yeah.
Who said I love you first?
Okay,
I know this off by heart.
Yeah. That's And then
who do you love most in the whole world?
It does get pretty, like that shoe game can get pretty funny. It does work, but there's a limit on things, and like having a 25-minute slideshow again is a little daunting for some people to sit there and watch for 25 minutes. But
25 minutes of selfies now because that's all people have typically. But I do feel honored when it's like a few photos from their engagement session.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But like that 3.5 minutes, it's fast, it's upbeat, and it's fun, and it gets the cool thing with us. It gets people going. They're up out of their seat, they're moving around, they're not so like complacent. Like it's it brings the energy up, which is really nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is awesome. I think we're kind of running out of time. I could keep chatting for a little bit.
Is it?
Okay.
Really? Wow.
40. I think we're at 40 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like it's been like 10 or 15.
43.
Wow.
Yeah, I reset my timer, so I'm not quite sure.
Do it again.
2 things.
Yeah.
Latest you've ever set up, because I know it takes you like 2-3 hours to tear down.
Yeah.
Latest you've ever been up after a ceremony.
Probably for me would be Eston.
Or latest shutdown you've ever had.
Yeah, Eston at like 3:30, and then tear down, probably leaving at like 6, getting home at 9:30, 10.
Mm-hmm. Mine was a small town wedding. It was at a barn, and the dance part didn't start till like 1. Went till 4:30. Tear down. It wasn't. This is before my full setup.
That's insane. I've never had one start that late.
Yeah. So
wow.
like, because they had fireworks and stuff before the dance and everything, and it was just Anyway, so we took tear down.
Now
we
when
got home like 7 a.m. probably something like that.
Now when it's a good dance, is that the best for you? Like, are you?
Oh
like,
yeah,
you'll you get the energy from the
Mm-hmm.
Do you love it?
Fun. Yeah.
Well, you just want to keep playing. And sometimes you like, again, the whole one more song thing.
Yeah.
It depends, because sometimes they can get like, we want to keep playing, but sometimes the venue, like, it's a hard cutoff at 1.
Yeah.
Like we'll get
a lot of times.
people
now,
don't understand,
yeah.
like, we'll get in trouble. Like we work with these venues and vendors all the time, wedding planners, and
they
got stuff to
threaten
do.
to blacklist you. I don't know if it happens or not, but
like they got to get shut down, because like they're hiring staff, they're paying people, they got to clean up and do stuff, or maybe the rental place is coming in.
I mean, we're
like,
still going to be there for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't realize, like, we're still there till
3
3 a.m., 3:30 taken down.
Yeah.
So it's a long night.
Furthest you've been for a wedding? I know you did one in Banff.
That was at the Banff Springs Hotel. That was
gorgeous.
Yeah, insane.
The photos were insane.
Magazine. You got a magazine for that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You? One of my photos was on the cover of a magazine.
Really?
Yeah.
And you took, because I know
I did, but I didn't get credit for it.
Oh, lame.
Yeah.
Published photographer here.
Mine's probably Yorkton. Yeah, it's probably the furthest one. I think. Yeah. Well, I think the reason is because for us, it's we have trailers.
Mileage.
We have trailers.
It costs
of stuff.
a lot to tow those trailers around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not driving a Hyundai.
No,
a Toyota Prius.
No, to go to Banff, it was back then. It was $600 in fuel.
Just
and
fuel.
back. Yeah.
And plus, so it's just for us to travel outside of Saskatchewan. It's
Fuel's
pretty
a lot
rare.
more right now. So
yeah. So again, everything's a cost. So for them, it's like they want that party, but it's just, again, it's a lot of money to travel, and for us, we're staying there overnight. Sometimes 1 night or 2 nights, depending, and it's a big time commitment.
Yeah,
a lot of time, because in most places outside of 2 hours, you'll sleep overnight there too. Because driving back, like, we're up at 9 a.m. We're tear down done at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's a long
3-hour drive home. Like it gets dangerous at that point. So we're staying overnight, and it's a full process. And there's 2 or 3 of us. So
playing it safe.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Well, we're going to cut her off there. Before we go, though, where can people find you, Myles?
Instagram, MylesAway Entertainment. Website, MylesAway.ca.
And then Andrew?
Kinakin Entertainment, Facebook, Instagram, and all kinds of fun stuff there. Photos, videos. Check out what we do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I think that was fun. That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Check their social media. You can see those disco ball photos we were talking about, and we got a few of them on our website too. So anyway, you guys have a good one. We'll chat soon.